Well, that is a really weird frequency to pick. I'm not really sure where they are.
July, and that was going to be recorded because the weather statistics have been kept for this area, and that goes back, 1880, I think, something like that. Anyway, it's a little while. So that's the way that goes. But
The marker seems a little strange.
Whether you can snag up there if you'll enjoy it, because I think we're going to be in a lot of hot stuff as time goes on. Anyway, again, you've got a nice signal there.
They're not.
And now I'll be back before too long, I think. But I forgot he has got this 2-meter net that he sets up on Monday. If I remembered that one, I'd give it a call to learn what I did. But that's the way it goes. Anyway, let's turn it back to you. And yeah, sounds like you've been busy. We did miss you, but no problem. And we'll get back to probably our regular usual time. Good to hear you tonight, anyway. W87, K86, W6 connection. Go ahead.
What the hell is that?
Okay, I don't know, 0, you know, I think you're a little bit lower than I am.
It works. I just find that
So it's in the middle for some reason.
The receiver's PTO rather is just a little bit more stable.
No, interesting. Nice that you have options like that, huh?
See, that's not even a cycle a second. Look at that. That's essentially 0. Yeah, and interestingly
So there should be something on the menu.
Want you to tune it. It's called the Collins Canary. It appears in the manual. They want you to unmute the receiver and actually tune it that way. That's the way they had you think it. But anyways, yeah, I haven't done that in years, but evidently it still works.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, they had a lot of tricks up their sleeve. They had high expectations to meet, I guess.
Yeah, one thing I always thought about changing, and then I thought, nah, I'm not going to bother. When you have the receiver as the master, they turn off the panel lights of the transmitter.
What in the hell is the synchronous tuning?
Well,
I think I know what it is, but
I mean, it makes sense because it's telling you that the receiver's in charge. And if you put it over to the transmitter, if you operate them split, then
what's calibration marker?
they're both lit up. But if you go to the transmitter, the receiver VFO,
I don't know what it is.
The VFO that turns off. So it's kind of annoying never to have my transmitter lit up over here, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, did they sell the Air Force very many S-line units as opposed to KWM2s?
Oh yeah, I don't know the sales figures, but most of the time, for whatever reason, these ended up at bases, and then KWM2s and 2As were in the field, you know, or on location.
Yeah, do you know what rank airman, the minimum rank airman had to be to, or could be to operate the S-lines in the Air Force?
I don't. That would be interesting to know.
Well, my guess is that
I don't know if you can change it.
The minimum requirement was an airman second, or maybe airman first, if they most, and having a VFO dial that switches between one side and the other is definitely an asset when
So I
such
think-
individuals are in control of the radio.
Oh, I understand. Yeah. So like on the KWM2A or 2 or 2A,
Where's our marker?
if you have the external VFO there, when you switch to it, it lights up and the radio goes dark. And I mean, it makes sense, you know. I mean, they needed to know which one was active. I get it, but you know, for me sitting here, I know which one's active, and it'd be nice if my transmitter was lit up.
Well, do you have the appropriate rank to be able to do that?
Yeah, I got to run the solder a wire on the bulb socket and run it on down there to the filament supply, and I'm done. But I never did it.
Well, don't forget to put at least a second lieutenant's bar on your collar while you're doing that. Just or maybe some of master sergeant stripe on your sleeve. I don't know. Well, either one probably.
Interesting.
I guess I should probably go out there in the garage and get the other F line that I have. Maybe go get its receiver and start the process of you know, going through that. It's a 3-line also.
Yeah, very good. Well, you know, I've seen shack photos with S lines just stacked.
Oh,
up
okay. I
horizontally
think
and
maybe.
vertically.
You know, to each their own, and I get it, you're a collector, and you want to have one of every piece, and that's fine. But one thing that's kind of annoying to me is, you know, if you ever go listen to the Collins collector's nets, those guys don't run Collins radios.
Center point.
I listened one Sunday on 20 meters. I think they had about, I would say 75 people check in. And, Jim, I want to say I heard maybe half a dozen Collins radios. To me, that's just sad.
Marker position, fixed,
Who
type,
had
scroll.
a half dozen Collins radios?
The entire group of 75 Collins men that checked in.
Carrier point
only
center.
about six of the radios were actually
So,
Collins.
carrier point center. I need to figure out which one.
Okay, well, wow. I would have thought more than that. I mean, you know, these things are still quite capable of operation. I don't know what the problem is.
The problem is that they don't know how to fix them. They don't know how to fix them. They don't have the drive of someone like me to rip the thing apart. And or maybe they operated it years ago, and maybe, let's say maybe they ran it for 10 years. That's great, but now it doesn't work and it's old, and it's not been restored. But I don't know. I guess for me, I would like to hear the radios.
I don't know if that.
Yeah, you know, just like I said, to each their own. They get on there and they talk about their latest acquisition. They got this serial number, that radio. I finally got this receiver that I wanted.
It looks like it's in the
and
center.
I'm having a great time and whatever. But every single time, I'm on a 7300, and my other one isn't working right now, and I just haven't had the time. I'm on a Kenwood. I'm on a Yaesu. I'm on this, that.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of it. I don't want to be in the middle. I want it off to the edge of the upper or lower.
But it's like, my God, man, I mean, it's a Collins net. Can we please hear the radios?
Well, I see a business opportunity there for
There we go.
Collins Collectors Correction Corporation.
No thanks.
So
They can't pay me enough.
the center carrier frequency really only applies to
You
AM.
got to send me $2,000 in the radio. I'll just do the whole damn thing and then send it back to you, and that's it. I won't repair it. I'm just gonna go through it, the whole thing, and it's $2,000.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think some people would pay that.
Well, because that's how a lot of these guys operate, you know, Howard Mills, he's not a repairman. He'll tell you that up front. Now, he can fix anything. I mean, think about it. On my radio back here that he restored for me, he gutted the entire wiring harness out of it. It was burned up from a lightning strike. So the tube sockets had nothing on them. It's completely new. Everything's new. He polished the chassis and chrome plated it, and you know, he built it from the ground up. But he'll tell you, I don't repair radios. I'm not a repairman. I won't fix anything. Don't ever send me a broken radio, because I won't fix it. It's all or nothing.
Okay, yeah, the complete package. But if you send them a radio that is broken and
It's a
and
center
say
type
do the whole
display.
thing on it, you get a complete
Absolute
rebuild, right?
frequency.
And a complete maximum dollar bill.
So I think what we're going to find is
Yeah, there isn't any. Like,
it'll be fine on here.
If you send them the radio, you're going to be paying about $1,500 to $2,000. Now, the only variance there is, of course, if you find
We're not zoomed in
that you
enough
have
over here to
a
really even be able to tell.
PTO,
I mean, you can't.
It's shorted out, destroyed, or rusted or something, and you got to get a new one. You got a bad transformer. Well, he's going to have to source that. There's a few other things like if the meters on a 75A4, I think they made 4 or 5 different test meters over the span. And one of the runs, and a very common run, they all turned hot pink. They were initially red, but
It looks
for
like it's
whatever
on it.
reason, they just turned hot pink, and they look horrible. They just do. It looks like somebody took hot pink nail polish and painted it in there. And he has a rule that if you send me a radio with a pink meter, I'm either you're gonna find me another meter, or he's got a guy that does nothing but restores meters, and he takes your pink meter, sends it to that guy. That guy completely restores it electrically, cosmetically. He'll even put new glass on it. I mean, it's just beautiful when you get it back. Well, that costs about $350, so that'll add on.